morning, everyone. We draw near to the kickoff of the capital campaign for our new church, our new campus, and I would like to invite one of the members of the capital campaign committee to come forward. I am looking for more members to join that capital campaign. We need all of you. We need everyone's help. So we're entering a new stage, a new era for our community. And at this time, I would like to have George Pappas come forward and speak to us.
Good morning. So, I grew up in Chicago. This is not all going to be about. A little background, because I know many of you, I know most of you, I think. We've only been here 30 years, so, it'll take a little while to meet everybody. I grew up in Chicago. Always haven't been taken to church, Sunday school, Goya, church basketball, Greek school even, and I was very lucky, I feel, to be raised Orthodox and to be raised in that environment. I wasn't always an angel. I'll never forget the time that I got into a fight with one of the other boys in Greek school. And I'll never forget Mrs. Karabatsos, our teacher, taking us out by the ears and taking us to Father Bill Chiganis of blessed memory. And that was kind of, at that point, I was still, young and kind of learning about Orthodoxy, but that was scary. Later, like many college students, I started to doubt my faith. I started to fall away from the church. Father Bill wrote me a long letter, and he explained what Orthodoxy is all about, the essence of Orthodoxy. I'll never forget that. It was just for my benefit, and it was a long, very educational letter. And so my theme for this, talk is the church was always there, for me. Later, having met Sandy, my wife, living in New York City, we decided to get married. Sandy, a practicing Catholic, was welcomed by Father John Romas of blessed memory, who was the priest at the Little St. Nicholas Church at the base of the World Trade Center in New York City. Sandy felt the warmth of the church through Father John in one of our first meetings with him. We were at the Archdiocese getting, kind of oriented to marriage, and one of the priests there was saying how the Catholic Church was different than the Orthodox Church, and back and forth. And Father John Roma said, "It's one God," and that was really something we'll always remember about him. He was very open and made us feel very, very happy. Endeared us to him. In our wedding ceremony, our families and friends experienced that warmth in that Little St. Nicholas Church, which later was destroyed in 9/11. The church was always there for us. Once we arrived in Raleigh, Sandy was 8 months pregnant when we first moved here. And maybe it was a combination of being so pregnant and the incense, maybe a little bit of an overdose of incense, but she felt a little faint. And so she was led out of the church by several ladies and welcomed her and came to her aid. And we always felt that warmth in the church. As a matter of fact, the first day we attended church here, we were grabbed by Jim and Diana Sorrentos, taken out to lunch, and that was the beginning of our meeting people here at the church in Holy Trinity. And the church was always there for us. We raised our daughter Marina in the church, taking her to attend services, encouraging her to participate in the activities. She went to the Diaconia summer camp a few times, and really got to know Father Stephen and Father Radu, who were assistant priests through those years when she was growing up. These memories of that and that kind of Christian education and relationship with the priests was something that she'll always remember. That's always going to be with her. The church has always been there for us. We all experience ups and downs in our relationships and our work life. It's hard to know what's going on within our fellow parishioners' personal lives, but it's fairly safe to say that sometimes we all experience hard times when all is not going according to plan. We all experience pain along the way in life. So have I had my ups and downs. I always knew the church was there for me to help me through the low points. Our spirits are lifted by the gifts of our beautiful liturgy. I'm grateful for many things, especially that the church was always there for me. Let me ask you, what is it that you're thankful for? The church has always been there for us when we need it. At this point, when the church needs us, are we there for it? Will this church be strong and healthy for our children, our grandchildren, and others who would come to Holy Trinity in the future? It's now our responsibility to build for the future. We have a master plan and a capital campaign that are aimed at building a strong foundation for the future of Holy Trinity. And not just about buildings, about building our community and building what it is that we have and making a great place for our children. It will not become a reality unless we all take the time to really reach down deep in our souls and decide what our sacrificial gift is going to be. For those of us who were not here for the capital campaign, we should be thankful for those who were here and who gave of their time and treasure for the first capital campaign. To those who have passed, we thank them for remembering Holy Trinity in their estate plans and their wills. To those of you who have participated, who did participate in the first capital campaign, we thank you, and we ask once again for your generosity to make these plans a reality. We look forward to seeing all of you for a fun evening at a capital campaign kickoff Glendy. It will be a very light agenda. It's not going to be a long meeting. It's really all about good music, fellowship, and dancing. So we hope to see everybody there. And as a matter of fact, I think today is the last day to sign up. So if you'd still like to purchase tickets, they'll be in back of the church. Now about the capital campaign. One of the most, I was also involved in the capital campaign 10 years ago when we had the first capital campaign. It's one of the most rewarding experiences that I've had in the church. I can't tell you how great it was to get together individually with some folks that maybe I knew, maybe I didn't know that well, but to just listen to their thoughts on the capital campaign and the building plans and so forth, and to just talk. And that was really a great experience for me. Many acquaintances that I had at that time became close friends. I know you're all aware that the capital campaign, is for phase one of our master plan. Phase one includes a new sanctuary, a new family life center, which includes a gymnasium that doubles as a banquet hall, and the site preparation. So if you look up from our site here where we're at now, there's a lot of land there that needs to be developed, and streets need to be improved and so forth. So all of that is in phase one. We've said many times, it's not the size of the donation that matters. What we're doing is we're just really asking everybody to make some kind of commitment, and we're asking for a 3-year commitment. We'd like to meet with each of you at a time and place that's convenient to you. Most likely in March or April, we will call you to set up a meeting. In the meantime, please feel free to call me or communicate via email. You'll start to see more things coming out about our plans and about our progress, and we want to be as open as possible communicating what's going on in the capital campaign. But don't wait for the next update or the next meeting or whatever. If you have questions or concerns, please just come to us. So we're planning to celebrate a commitment Sunday, which is on May 7th. At that time, we'll know what commitments have been made and what we can plan on for construction. We have a good start with our current building fund, but we'll need to at least double that to have the sanctuary, and even more for the Family Life Center. Our goal is to build a Family Life Center, but the priority is definitely the new sanctuary. Can you picture this beautiful land that we have reshaped and cleaned up and really made a wonderful setting for a new sanctuary? Can you picture a new sanctuary? Many of us have seen that video, and you'll see it again at the Glendy. Can you picture that new sanctuary and what it will mean for our community? There's something in this vision, in this master plan for each of us. Let's make it happen. We'll need more volunteers, as Father Paul said, for a capital campaign committee in church, or some of our capital campaign members. I don't know how many are here. Angela's here. Would you stand if you're in the committee? Angela, Jim, Manny, Angelica. Thank you. And there are a few others. And Connie. So these are your capital campaign members. And as you can see, we're not going to get to, all 400 people in the community with individual discussions with just a half a dozen of us. So it's really fun. It's really great. So please, if you're interested in being on the capital campaign, please let me know. So let's all get behind this capital campaign. This is our moment to come together to the aid of our church and build for the future. As our capital campaign slogan says, with unity of thought and of one accord, let's make history. Thank you.